Hello and welcome to another episode of Midday Meet Your Icon, where we bring the nation's leading sporting icons face to face with their young fans. Today's guest is someone who has won almost every medal in world hockey, having manned the Indian goalpost for over a decade and a half. His most recent achievement being an Olympic bronze medal in the sport achieved after 41 long years for the country. We welcome India goalkeeper PR Sreejesh.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi, Sri. Thank you for being part of our show. I have with me today my midday colleagues, special correspondent Harit Joshi and Sundari Iyer, senior reporter. Along with that, we have four young fans. Aditya Kabre, who's just passed out of Don Bosco High School, Matunga. He's a center forward. We also have Atharva Bandekar, also a Bosco boy. He plays right winger or right outer. We have Shruti Ruke. She's from Mitibai College, again a forward. And we have Reba Sheikh. She's her team's goalkeeper, again from Mitibai College. Sri, it's almost a month now since you've earned that hockey medal, Olympic medal. So firstly, has the magnanimity of the achievement sunk in yet?
No. It's still going high. Because it's the nation is celebrating with that medal, and this beauty of this game is you are winning one medal for your country, but you are carrying that 19 medals to different states, and for the state they are achieving one medal each. So it will take time to celebrate, and everyone want a piece of you. So everyone is behind you to get 1 minute or one moment, one function. So I think this is the busiest time which I ever had experienced in my lifetime.
Sri, you were the only goalkeeper for the Indian team in Tokyo. So were you playing with the constant thought that you can't afford to get injured, because in a particular match, if you're injured, the team in that match might find it difficult to cope without you, or with the half fit Sreejesh?
That thought never came into my mind, because the first thing is that I'm playing from, as you mentioned, it's almost 1.5 decade, and I hardly got injured during this year. So I was confident enough that okay, the chances of goalkeeper getting injury is really less. But yeah, that thinking were there when we were preparing for this Olympics game. So we trained one of our player to take up that position if anything goes wrong. So yeah, but anyways, we were more confident that okay, nothing is going wrong, and we will manage that situation with me alone as a goalkeeper.
So that player is a secret, or you'll tell us the name today?
It's a secret because because the other team should not plan anything against him, because probably for next Olympics also we will go with one goalkeeper. Not only us, but entire the world. Every hockey team is carrying only one goalkeeper. But yeah, we might use him the reserve goalkeeper in the next coming year.
See, we had a wonderful tournament in Tokyo, except for that Australia match. What's it about Australia? I mean, is their style of play different? Do they keep attacking aggressively? What's it about Australia that makes them so successful in world hockey?
After that Australia match, a coach came and he said, I'm seeing Australia playing a perfect match like this after so many years, because all the shots what they made, that's went inside, and it's extremely into the corners, and that was a perfect game for them. They didn't miss any chance from the first beginning. If you see the first goal, there's a penalty corner and lucky goal. Then definitely it was like, sorry, I just missed it. But still, that was the time, and they scored all the goals, like all fantastic goals. All the shots went into the exact corners, and they took the opportunity. They availed the opportunities from us only. We when we made the small errors, they took the advantage of that and they just scored it. I think that was one of the match where we felt it like, or we found it like a wake up call, because after that match, how we bounced back, that was more important than what happened during that match. Because Australia was more frustrated, because first match they were like down to Japan, and the second match they wanted to show the world that okay, they were good, and unfortunately we were the second team who played against them. But I think yeah, that was a lucky day for Australia, so that's why they dominated us. I know that's why that score came like that. But otherwise, I think that match was the reason why we finished in the bronze medal match.
The reason I asked you, because we our margin of defeats are big only with Australia. If you see the Delhi Commonwealth Games 8-0 and now 7-1, once they're up, they tend to, press harder. What's it like?
Normally, Australia, when they score a goal, the opposite team always try to equalize. So what they do, the opposition team always go with a lot of energy, and they try everything what they have. But that's the time. Australia used to capitalize their mistakes, the opposition mistakes, and they used to score. We says that the scoreboard pressure. So when they started to put more pressure on the opposition, then ultimately they will zing into their own zone, and then it will be easy for the Australian to score more goals. So I think for us that was not the matter. We were defending well, we were playing good. When they got the opportunity, they scored it. And when we got the opportunity, in the initial stage we didn't score it. So that's the only matter of availing the right opportunities.
My colleague Harit has a couple of questions for you, Sri.
Hi, Sri. Many congratulations on the bronze medal. Sri, we saw a video of your family after winning the bronze medal. The emotions were very high. Could you tell us what it meant for your family?
They were there with me from my initial stage. So it's almost it's been 21 years I'm playing hockey, and they knew how hard how I struggle, how I've been through all these years. They were part of my career, and they were the big support. So the effort what I put on hockey field, that much effort they put behind me. My parents missing their kid, and definitely my wife and my kids are missing me with them. So definitely they are also sacrificing a lot for my success and my hockey career. So ultimately, I played two Olympics games, and where there we couldn't achieve anything. But after my so many years of hard work, today when I achieved it, they found it like, okay, they were also part of this medal, and their sacrifice that's came as an emotion. And yeah, definitely it's a dream for every athlete and their parents to win an Olympics medal. So I think when we fulfill that, you could feel that emotion through that video. Definitely.
Hi, Sreejesh.
Hello, Sundari.
How big was Onam for you after this medal?
Unfortunately, my aunt, my aunt expired last year, so we didn't celebrate Onam this time. But still, after winning a bronze medal, the entire family members were there at my home, and we couldn't celebrate Onam as the way we used to. But still, we had a great gathering. We all sat together for lunch. And definitely, that this is the busy time. After winning a medal, a lot of people are coming to visit me. They wanted to touch the medal. They want to feel it. They want to click pictures. So this was a different honor for me, because it's a kind of celebrity mode now. So it's really tough. A tough and busy honor this time.
India has had like a string of good hockey goalkeepers, right from like Niranjan Negi to Mark Patterson, Ashish Balal, A.B. Subaya, Adrian D'Souza. Is there anyone in particular that you've looked up to?
Adrian D'Souza? Because he's sitting next to me now. We both started, not we both, but I started my career with him only, because when I joined the junior team, he was the main goalkeeper for the junior team. And from there onwards till 2012, we were together. So it's been a long term relationship, and it's a kind of brotherhood relationship we had. And that timing, that journey molded me into a different way. Because from we always say tell this, it's like my life from lungi to boxer. So that kind of changes happened during that time. And when I started to look up to him and started to copy him, he said one thing, that, so don't try to copy me, because if you copy me, you will become an Adrian D'Souza or replica of an Adrian D'Souza. But if you and you will end up where I am now. But if you develop your own style, then definitely you can modify that, you can relearn it, you can improve your own way. So that thing always helped me, because there was one time in my career where I never had any seniors, and I never had any good tough competition. So that's the time I found it like, okay, this advice was more relevant, because that's the time I wanted to look into myself rather than compare me with somebody else. and to improve every time. If I'm doing some mistake, I need to analyze myself. I found out that okay, this is not the right way to train, or this is the way you need to train. So I think that long journey, that relationship helped me a lot to getting into a pro kind of goalkeeping.
Who's the toughest drag flicker you faced till date and why?
Say Sundari, I think when you're playing a international match, every drag flicker seems like they are standing there with an AK-47 and firing it on us. So you can't point out anybody. It's like okay, this flicker is really tough, or this flicker is really weak. But I feel like in 2010 when I played Senior World Cup, I played against Pakistan, but Shoaib Abbas was one of the toughest opponent. Every goalkeeper might face.
Thanks, Sundari. We'll come back to Harit's second question. Harit.
She talking about your celebration, that unique one. You sat on the goalpost for quite some time. Could you tell us a little bit about that celebration? Were you trying to freeze that moment forever?
It's been 21 years. I was standing in front of that goalpost, and when after that 21 years, when I got that medal, I thought, okay, this is the right time to celebrate that medal with my with my goalpost. And goalposts are like a buddy to goalkeeper. And when I sat on that goalpost, I think I got that all flashback in front of me. The hard work, what I've done through the initial stage of my career, the struggles which we faced, the glory time, the fun time with the fun time together with the teams. So the entire thing, it was coming through like a movie reel. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. And that was the peaceful place where you feel like, okay, you're comfortable. And that's the best way you can celebrate it.
Thanks, Harit, Sundari. I think we'll start with our little young fans. Aditya, next up.
Good morning, sir. So my question to Sreejesh is, growing up, how did you manage your studies and college and alongside with playing hockey?
See, Aditya, that is an important thing because you need to manage both the ways, because until unless if you are not reaching into a pro level, you need to have a backup for your future. Because when you are putting a lot of time only for training and thinking about your sports career, that might ended up with nowhere. So education is really important for every sports person, because when you after your career, you are end up with one of the organization where you're working with. So you need to take up a regular job, or you need to work with that company as a regular employee. So you can't take any excuse saying that, okay, I'm a sports person, I don't know it. So it's important that you need to come. Definitely give. It's like a 50-50 thing. So you need to give importance to sports when you're playing sport, but when you're getting into the books, you need to give 100% focus into education as well. For me, that was a bit easy, because when I was in my second year of college, I got a job in Indian Overseas Bank. So I was then I started to focus more into hockey than my education.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Aditya. We have Atharva who can ask a question. Atharva, go on.
When and where did you start playing hockey? And when you started out, did you always wanted to be a goalkeeper or something else?
I saw hockey for the first time when I joined the GV Raja Sports School. That was in 2000, and I wanted to become a goalkeeper because I don't want to run. I don't like to run. So that's why I chose to become a goalkeeper. And goalkeeping was not my passion, but still I thought this is easy because you don't need to run a lot, and you can stand in one place, and you can be a different person. And definitely you are a Keralite, and you do have some sort of football skills with you. And when I become a goalkeeper, I think that thing helped me a lot. So yeah, that's how I started, and that's how I ended up.
Thanks, Atharva. We have Shruti with a question now.
My question to Sreejesh sir is basically, do you feel bad when you see Indian cricketers earning so much name, fame, and money as compared to other national sportsmen?
See, playing for the country is something which is more important than money and passion. So and definitely when I started to play for my country, I always feel like it's a dignity for you, right? So wherever you go, you always say that I'm part of the Indian hockey team and I play for my country. So for us, the passion, the respect what we get, and and what we say is that is more important than any other thing. So if you recognize me, if I go out, a lot of hockey players are recognizing me. When I go home, people are recognizing me. So that is more important. Some stages, money is nothing. But some place you need to have a self satisfaction, right? When you're wearing that color, tricolor, and when you're on the field, when you're listening to that national anthem, that makes you happy. And money can't make you happy, right? So I think that was more important for me when I looking into that thing. When you compare this thing, that is totally different. Just follow your passion and just keep your dignity. That's more important.
That's wonderful advice. Thanks, Sri. Finally, we have Reba. Reba, your question, please.
Do the Indian hockey player, women's, come up to you for any technical advice, especially the goalkeeper Savita Punia?
Remember, Savita is an experienced goalkeeper. They are doing goalkeeping from last 7 years, I guess, or 10 years, and she is with the national team for such a long time. So the difference of goalkeepers are like they all having different style, but the common factor is for all of us is to stop that ball. So when we talk, we normally talk about the aspects what we commonly face. It's like how pressure we used to get, how you need to communicate, how you organize the defense. So these are the things what we would like to share most of the time. And definitely sometimes when I saw them doing something like they are dropping their hands down or they are taking one extra step, then I used to guide them or I used to tell them. I never try to change them, but I used to indicate them that I found it like if you keep it like this, it will help you. Because that's what I said. I mean, they both of them are Rajini and Savita are like one of the senior most players in the women's hockey team, and they do have their own experience. And I am not a perfect guy to advise them, but I can tell them, I can point out that this might help you, and they are always ready to take that or accept that advices, and they are willing to change it. So that makes the beauty, because a player who always try to change their take the advice from one of the senior player and they try to change it. They try to implement that change into their own style. That will help them to develop their game. That will help them to improve their performance. So I think they are always there to ask questions. They are always there to give feedbacks, and they are always there to support. We both support each other. We text each other. And after semi-final loss or bronze medal loss, I texted Savita and I said, Savita, if you want to talk, I'm always there. So we were in the same floor, and we said, you can meet me. And we met for the lunch, and we sat together. We had lunch, and then she was normal. So it's a goalkeeping is always like definitely it's a different job, but we are a family.
Wonderful, wonderful. A couple of just closing questions, Sri, for you. What's the roadmap ahead, Sri, for Indian hockey now? How do you see the next 3 years till Paris?
Now, Paris is the ultimate aim for us. So till there, 3 big hurdles are coming up. One is we started with Commonwealth Games, and the important one is Asian Games, because if you win Asian Games, then directly you get a ticket to Paris. And the next one is the biggest event, that is World Cup in 2023, and in Bhubaneswar we are hosting the World Cup. So that is also very important for us, and I think so. This is what we are planning now. So by this month end or next month end, we will join the Indian national camp, and then we will start our campaign for the next Paris hunting.
As a goalkeeper, hockey goalkeeper, do you feel lonely in goal because you're wearing the kit, you're cut off from your players? I know you shout a lot at the boys from behind, but do you feel lonely at times inside this heavy kit and that gear?
Sometimes, yes, definitely, because on the field, goalkeepers are playing a different game. That's not hockey. You are playing a mental game, because you do. As you said, you do get a lot of time. You are alone, and see that's the times that the mental part works. So if you consider goal, and when you get another 5 or 10 minutes, then you have things to think, or when you make a save, then you get another 5 minutes, you might get hyper, hawa mein ud jata hai. So that's the things where you need to control. So it's always for goalkeepers, it's always about what is next. So it's important that you need to focus first of all on the game, but for me, I do distract myself, because when the ball goes to the opposite half, I do distract myself, so that when the ball comes again into my half, then I can focus or I can focus more into the ball rather than just continuously focusing on the ball. You get tired. I mean, goalkeeping is a different game on the hockey field. That's different, totally different.
Finally, any thoughts of a biopic? Any offers come to you to make a movie on PR, Sreejesh?
There are. Seriously, there are. I didn't know. A lot of them came and they said they just wanted to discuss, especially in Kerala. I don't know how it's going to be, but yeah, that is good. That's a good thing happens after this Olympics Games.
Thank you, Sreejesh. I do hope you all have enjoyed watching this episode of Midday Media Icon as much as we have enjoyed presenting it to you. A big thank you once again to Sreejesh for taking time out from his busy schedule. Thank you guys for your questions. Keep playing hockey with a warm cheer for Indian hockey and wishing Sri all the success in the future. Here's an even warmer goodbye from Midday. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, all the best.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.